There are some places in this world that don't just look old, but quietly hide many unfinished stories within them. And this story is about one such place, a haunted mansion standing alone in the middle of a forest. About 10 kilometers away from the city, deep inside dense woods. This mansion had been abandoned for years, and to learn about it, Aarav had come there. Aarav was a content creator who believed horror stories were just stories and thought ghosts were nothing more than products of human fear. Evening had fallen. The sun was disappearing behind the forest, and standing in front of the mansion, Aarav suddenly felt very small. The air turned cold, and the rustling trees felt like whispers. As soon as he stepped forward, the old wooden door slowly opened by itself, making it feel as if the mansion was inviting him inside. Inside was deep darkness, a broken chandelier, old furniture, and heavy silence, when suddenly footsteps echoed from the stairs. Aarav's heart began to race. He looked up and saw a girl, so beautiful that even fear seemed to fade for a moment. She wore white, her black hair was loose, and her face held both innocence and pain. In a soft voice, she said, "You seem new here," and introduced herself as Arohi. She told Aarav she lived there and that he could spend the night, but she gave him 3 rules. After 2 a.m., never take anyone's name, never open the last room of the mansion, and if she ever called him, he must not turn back. Aarav didn't take the rules seriously. Nights passed, and every night they talked in the corridors. Arohi appeared only at night. In daylight, the mansion was completely empty. Slowly, fear turned into attraction, but some things felt strange. Arohi never stood in front of a mirror. Her shadow was never clear, and on moonlit nights her face glowed unnaturally bright. One night, Aarav looked into an old mirror and saw his reflection, but not hers. That same night, cries rose from beneath the floor, like a soul trapped for centuries. The clock showed 1:59, and in panic, Aarav spoke Arohi's name aloud. The mansion began to tremble. Strange sounds echoed from the walls, and the air turned ice cold. Arohi appeared again, but her face had changed, her voice heavy as she said, "I told you not to." Terrified, Aarav searched for the truth and found an old diary revealing that years ago, a very beautiful girl named Arohi lived in the mansion, and that her beauty became her greatest curse. On her wedding day, she was burned alive there. Aarav felt numb as he reached the forbidden last room and opened it, finding a torn wedding dress and a restless spirit. He finally understood that the girl he had fallen for was not human. Her beauty faded, revealing a burned, suffering soul that no longer wanted to be alone. Aarav's scream echoed through the mansion, but no sound ever escaped. The next morning, the mansion was silent again, as if nothing had happened. On the balcony, Arohi stood with a faint smile beside a new guest, because in this haunted mansion, the story never truly ends.